Welcome back to the restaurant show, and right now I think we're going to be talking a little bit of dessert.
Yeah.
Sounds like. This is Deneen Ceramic from Gooseberry on the Square. How are you, Deneen?
I'm good. It's good to be back.
Excellent. Good to have you back with us. So, I think I remember how to pronounce this. Panna cotta.
Correct.
Is what we're making today. And
Yep.
what is panna cotta?
It's an adult Jello. No.
Okay.
It's an Italian dessert, and panna cotta actually means thickened cream or cooked cream.
Okay.
And
thickened
there's
cream.
not a ton of ingredients, and it's pretty easy to make at home. So.
Okay. So you can make this at home.
Yeah.
Or
Just
you can go down
requires
to
some
Gooseberry.
setting time.
Okay. All right. So what are the steps? What are we?
So the first thing we're going to do is bloom the gelatin. So you're going to do some cold water.
Okay.
And then sprinkle your unflavored gelatin over the top.
Unflavored gelatin. Now, is there a particular like Sure gel, or do you want to get actual Jello?
I would do the Sure.
Sure
Yep.
gel. Okay. And you want to use cold water.
Cold water.
Okay.
And then just set that aside for a couple minutes.
Okay.
While that absorbs all the water.
Got it.
So while that's waiting, we're going to put in some sugar
Okay.
and heavy cream.
Sure. Is this a preheated pot?
It can be, yes.
Okay. All right. So sugar and heavy whipping cream?
And heavy whipping cream.
Okay, excellent.
And then to that, today we're going to make a coffee flavored one. So I've got some instant coffee
All right.
that you just add right in. And now this, you want to barely get it to a simmer.
Sure.
All you really want to do is dissolve the sugar
Okay, got it.
and the coffee mixture.
I see. So this is just for, you don't want it to boil or anything
Correct.
like that. So can you tip it a little bit that way just so our next camera
Does that
can
work?
see that? Yeah, look at that. There we go. So this is going to be the basis. This is what turns into the panna cotta now.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. And where does this recipe come from? You said it's Italian.
It is Italian,
Okay.
yep. The fun thing with this is you can make a bunch of different flavors. You can be as creative as you want.
Okay.
You can add some peanut butter
Ooh.
to it and finish it off with like a raspberry coulis, raspberry sauce.
Okay.
You can also do a cinnamon. So if you have some cinnamon sticks, once this gets to a simmer, you can put the cinnamon sticks in and then steep it for about 15 minutes.
Well, that's cool.
And steeping
really
is just covering it with plastic wrap.
Okay, very good, very good. Now, I want to make sure that I touch on this because you guys recently were at the CrossFit Games, which happened here past couple of weeks here in Madison.
Yeah.
And how was that? What did you guys do there?
Well, we were lucky enough where the athletes stayed right across from our business.
Sure.
And we set up a breakfast buffet for them every morning.
Ooh,
and
all right.
some of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Okay.
Definitely have a strict diet though, so they like their egg whites, that's for sure.
All right. And you were able to cater to what they need.
We did. We set up the breakfast buffet and they came over at their leisure in the morning before heading off to the games. So
That's pretty
it's
cool.
nice to talk to them.
That's pretty cool. And was that something that you had set up with the CrossFit people? Like you told them that you were going to be there, or did they just happen to see that you were located nearby and decided to come and check it out?
Yep, the CrossFit organization reached out to us,
Okay.
and being that we were right across from where they were staying,
Excellent.
came to us and asked us if we wanted to help them out in their diet and fuel them.
Excellent. Well, that's good. That's
So we
good.
took advantage of that.
What kind of food did they, I'm just curious, what kind of food did they request?
They're high in oatmeal, oatmeal and egg whites, a lot of
Oatmeal.
veggies, and not a big fan of carbs. So
Not a lot of dessert, in other
Not
words.
bread. No dessert. No dessert, no bread.
Okay.
They like their potatoes. So
Potatoes are okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hash browns, eggs.
All right.
All right. So this is pretty much up there.
All right. Well,
So
good.
at this point, we're going to add in the gelatin mixture.
Okay.
And all you have to do is scrape that out of your bowl.
Wow, that's almost solidified by now.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is warm enough now where the gelatin is going to dissolve.
All right.
And so you just want to mix that in.
So you don't even need to keep it on the burner.
Nope, it can come off at this point.
That's a beautiful color. I like that color. Yeah, gotta love coffee.
I like
Gotta
my
love
coffee. And then once it cools down just a bit, we're going to finish it off with buttermilk.
Okay.
Now you can continue and use heavy cream if you want. The buttermilk adds a little tang to it, and it lightens it up just a bit.
Oh, sure, yeah. That's now closer to the color of this now.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you know when it's ready? I mean, I see you stirring it quite a bit. How do you know when it's ready?
I'm looking for that the sugar's been dissolved and the
Okay.
coffee granules have been dissolved.
Okay.
So
pretty
just
much there.
warm it up a little bit.
All right.
And for me, I pour it back into a pourable container because it's easier to
Sure, yeah.
put into your dishes. These are just disposable ramekins that
Okay.
you can fill up. They can also go into like a mug or something at home.
Sure.
And then at this point, they're gonna go into the refrigerator
Right.
and they'll need to set for 1 to 4 hours. Overnight is preferable if you have that time.
And that's what allows them to take their shape, I would assume.
It is,
the fact
yep.
that they're cooling.
The gelatin's gonna go to work here and
Okay.
solidify.
Now for this, I see that you have some brown sugar here.
Yep.
Do we add any to this?
We are gonna now make the sauce
Okay.
for that.
All right.
And this is really simple.
Okay.
All we're gonna do is add some brown sugar to another pot, and then I've got some coffee.
Okay.
And you wanna heat this up until
Sure.
it boils,
Okay.
and the sugar dissolves, and then you wanna reduce it by half.
Reduce it by half.
Reduce
okay.
it by half.
So let it cook down to half of what
Yep.
it was. Okay.
And at this point, it can go on high
Sure.
heat.
Sure.
And then let it cool, and you'll get the nice
So this
consistency
is
of the sauce. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we're all set if you wanna go dig
I'm
in.
gonna dig in. Here we are. This is panna cotta. Gotta have the panna cotta.
With the coffee.
Wow.
It's nice and light. And
Yeah. It's kind of like I don't know, it is kind of like an adult Jello. That's the best way to describe it. This is delicious. You gotta have the panna cotta at Gooseberry on the Square. Head on down there, talk to Deneen. She'll make you a nice batch.
I will.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Deneen.
you. Have a good day.
Don't go away. There's more restaurant show coming up after the break. Stick around.